So I told you I love your movie, and I really do. So my first question is, what was about this graphic novel written by a lesbian about a coming of age that appealed to you, who I presume is a straight man? So what was your draw?
I actually found it almost by chance in going to a library, and I was very attracted by the cover of the book and by the graphism. And when I looked at it in the library, I found it was very creative. And while reading the book, what I liked really was the meeting from the viewpoint of the fate. And that was something I had treated in my previous films. And also, I had in mind to develop a character that existed in my previous movies, the one of a French teacher who lived a heartache and in her personal life and still was doing her job. And I've never been satisfied with this screenplay, and the story she had was a man, a little bit weak. And the graphic novel, the work of Julie Marot actually bounced me back on this story between this French teacher and her relationship, romantic relationship.
Well, I've read the graphic novel, and I think the film takes it to the next level in more profound ways. And a key part of the film that I loved was they discuss in a party how women's desire and ecstasy is brought on film. Was that part of the challenge in capturing that sense of women's desire on screen, on celluloid, carrying on that tradition of art?
I can't really speak about a challenge, but there is in the writing something that will obviously surge, get out of it, of oneself. And there are some themes that are very familiar to me on which I go over and over in my films, like the meeting between two people with different social world, social cultures, the romantic passion, the way it is, how it's hard actually to meet, and many themes like the fates, meeting someone just by luck. What would have happened if the day Adele met Emma and at the red light, and if she had come 5 minutes earlier, and life wouldn't have changed, her life wouldn't have changed. And I always wonder about these meeting by chance that change lives and make things different.
One of the criticisms that the author of the graphic novel had as a lesbian was that at the heart of the film is this very graphic sex scene, which is beautiful if you ask me, but she found it to be unrealistic, because her whole thing was, this is not how lesbians really have sex.
We just had an interview actually with a lesbian journalist, and she said that she recognized herself very much in those scenes. I think she had way more experience than Julie Marot.
Ang Lee did Brokeback Mountain, which I thought was beautiful, and you have made this film, which is the first really incredible lesbian film, I think, that I've ever seen, to be honest. Do you feel, in some ways, that it's kind of, what is your take on it? Is it wrong? Is it right? Do you feel like this is just a love story, or is this a gay love story?
It's always a responsibility to say something with the movie, except that I don't like the speech very cut in stone. It's a principle for me to transmit what I want to say, never with words, but always underneath. And I don't bother really when I'm doing a film to know how I will express when I want to say. And when I want to tell a story, I want that people feel like men and women, they feel close to them, and I want that the public succeed to identify and tell its own story and participate and create the films for themselves. I don't want to give him everything. I don't want to eat, chew for him his food. I want the public to participate.
And finally, how would you describe this film to someone?
Yes, it is a movie that the main theme is romantic passion, and in that you also have the rupture of the breaking of the love.
It's heartbreaking, and you feel you know these characters So I hope you continue the story. I hope this does become Yarn Joan Tournelle. You know, I hope this becomes, Adele becomes a muse for years.
Oui, j'espérais que...
Yeah, I hope that one would feel the pain and also have hope for Adele and want to see this courageous woman and free woman to fight for herself.
Et j'espère à travers elle...
And I hope to, through her, to continue to express this idea of freedom that I myself want to express.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.